Okay, I just put up a picture of the Star of David in multitudes and connecting the lines and obligations of those lines. You cannot change those lines. Can you make them wider? Can you bring them in? We'll have to see what the end of the design is going to be. It's on my page right now. Over here, I made a mug and doved and I showed the corners, the three corners, and then the horns that stick out, right? Here's the mug and doved here, right? The other three sides are not two triangles, right? Are they? They're the horns. A horn here and a horn here, and because of the flat sides, that becomes the beak. Now, if you take a look, this looks like all transistors. So this corner covers over and looks like a G, because the way you have to come back at it. You can come back at it this way, you can come back at it this way. In each scenario, it shows G. Someone passed by and said something about a pip or a pipe, pi pay, okay, or Pompeii or whatever you want. There's got to be something out there, another clue, maybe in the art. The pop-out eye, the MJ spinach, the spinach that spin, the pin H, the pin H. And anyways, what I want to talk about right now is really bizarre. I've been talking about, first of all, okay, 47, okay, 33 times 47 is 1551. Okay, 2209 is 47 by 47 plus 47 times 47 equals 2209. 47 by 33 equals 1551 is 3760, the middle time 2016 years ago. When you go 1551 and you want to bring it into the seven world, 6 and 1, 5 and 2, 5 and 2, 6 and 1. Add up the total here, it's 14. 1 and 4 equals 5. You have 757. You do the same thing over here. You have 20. You have 20. You have 10, 20, 10, 1, 2, 1. 5 and 5 is 10, 1, 1, 1. 9 and 5 is 14, 9 and 5 is 14, 55. 88, 55, 44. 88 equals 7, 55 equals 1, 44 equals 8, 718. 718. In 1919 reverse, 718. When you add them together, 378 minutes, 439, 817, 8 and 9, 17, 1 and 7 is 8, 7 and 3 is 10 is 1, and it can also be 7, 3 and 4 is 7, 718. The time, the difference of the two is the half-life, 6 and 1. We're going to come back over here. Now we have the third one. We're bringing this to the 7 world. We're adding this to the 10 world. We're adding this to the 13. This is all on the left side. 1, 4, 7. Add 9, it's 10. Add 9, it's 13. Add 9 and 16. 1 and 6 is 7. Okay, maybe I should be working at a level up. I can go a level up, but at the end, I'm bringing it down to a single cylinder. At the end, you have 3, 1, 1, 3. This is ABC. 3, 1, 1, 3, 13. May 13th this year is a lucky Friday, right? That's a lucky Friday. Anyways, AB is 1 and 2 is 12, plus 1 is 13, 1 and 2 is 12, 12, 12 is the answer to this one over here. When you bring it to the 44 group, the answer is 12, 12, 144. Why? Because 1 and 2 is 3. You can't say 12 because that makes up two numbers. So instead of saying 12, you say 3. 1 and 2 is 3. 5 and 5 is 10. 1 and 1 is 2. 10 and 2 is 12. 5, 10, 11, 12. 12. 1 and 2 is 3. I don't know why I have 2 here. That makes a big difference to me. Hold on a second. Looked it over. The only mistake is me. 1 and 1 is 2. 5 and 5 is 1. 2 and 2 is 4. This one is 12. 5 and 5 is 10. 1 and 1 is 2 equals to 12. 14, 20, and this one equals to 12. We're going to go on to the video. I corrected it. Okay, 5 and 5 is 10, 1 and 1 is 2, this is 12. This creates 32. Add 6 becomes 38. The church and the doorway through 6. This becomes 14 and 20, either becomes minus or becomes 6. You add it to 34, it's DC. Add 6 and minus 6, 28 and 40. 28, because we're minusing the 6, becomes the cycle of the moon, 28. 28 is going to run inside over here. 5 and 1 stands for Mars, 5 and 2 stands for Earth, 25 of 100, 15 is 60. 6224. So now we have 412 for the center. 412 for the center. So now you have 646. Now you have 919, and here you have 323. Now 5116, okay, on the reverse side, we get 2662 equals to 7. Hold on a second. I got a pertinent. Let's go. Come on, baby. Let's go. Come on. There you go. Okay. So here we have the reverse. Okay. When I show the reverse, okay, it also becomes the same thing. 5 and 2 is 7, right? Same 7, same 7. 6 and 1, they're all 7s, but the center is different. 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. Now these answers on the side, this should actually say 232 on it. Just give me a second. I have to correct my mistakes as I go. Sometimes I'll stop the video. This is 232 because we're counting the lower. I'm not counting the upper. Okay, like this one will be 646, which will say this side and then this side. This will be DC 34, Super Bowl score right over here. Okay, the end. 232. And at the same time, 6 and 6 is 12, 14. 9 and 9 is 18, 20. 1 and 1. Okay, they're all going to equal to the same thing as the above, okay, because they're all 7s and 10s and 13s. They're all going to add the same. In the second one over here, 9 and 9 is 18, 1 and 8 is 9. This is Einstein, the theory of relativity, right in this pocket over here. What does it reflect with? It reflects with this one. 14 and 14, 28. N and N, 2 cycles of the moon. They're running between the moon. 5 and 5 is 10 equals to 1. This one is 1. This one is 9, A and I, running together in the B world, right over here in the B world, because it's 20. 14 and 20, 9 and 9. 20 and 20 is 40. 14 and 14 is 28. You double this to 92. April 1st, who's the fish? 46, 46, 92nd day in a leap year. I know I talk fast, but there's a big video. So we have the same thing over here. What's 111? 111 is 9 and 1 is 10. Is 1. 5 and 5 is 10. Is 1. 5 and 5 is 10. Is 1. 111. There was another reason I put up 111. I think I'm going to have to be quiet about this right now. The same thing. This is, oh yes, 111. 5 and 5 is 10 equals to 1, 1, 1. 5 and 5 is 10, 1, 1, 1. 5 and 5 is 10, 1, 1. Now we get over here. Now we get over here. We come to this one over here. In fact, this one over here is also very special because this one is 13, right? If this is 13, okay, this is 5 minus 1. Okay, 5 minus 1 or 5 plus 8. 5 minus 1 or 5 plus 8, it's the same marble. Why? Because there's 8 void places. You only have the center to 6 outlets. 6 outlets this way and then the other star this way to this way. It's how they loop around, this way to this way. So here you have 1 and 8. Here you have 1 and 8. And that's creation of angel residence. C, this one over here is C. It's either C or L, okay? Because 3 is only made up by 2, 1 or 1, 2. There's no other way to make that number over there, okay? We're going to come over here, and if we match these numbers, we get 8, 7, 8. That is the doorway. If we match these numbers, we get 5, 5. Let me see. I'd have to put 919. So we'd end up with 9 and 5, 14 is 5. 1 and 9 is 10, 1. 5, 1, 5 would be this one over here. Okay, 5 and 6, this would be the passage of the red sun. This one, where do I get these numbers from? I get these numbers from here. I'm going to show you. Here's 595, the end result. Okay, here's 919, the end result. 9 and 5 are 14. Okay, 1 and 9 is 10. 9 and 5 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 5, 1, 5. Okay, we revert back to the same thing. And 1 and 5 is the time we run on Mars. At the same time, we're going to do something else. 9 times 5 is 45. 9 plus 5 is 14. 9 times 5 is 45. 9 plus 5 is 14 equals 90 and 28, which 90 is the birth and creation of the sun. Have you ever seen this sign? Right? E and E, because that's what they are. E and E with C. You're coming around to the other side. That's all it is. That's all it is. A and I and all these letters, they're all, you know, this is your mushroom cap, however you want to do it. And then they say to do this. I'm not sure if this is where the A comes in, but the insertion. Then we come down over here, right? There's one thing I want to explain. 12 and 12 I did over here. 12 times 12 is 144. Okay. 1 and 2 is 3. 1 and 2 is 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creates the 144 markings. When you put out these letters, 1 and 8, that comes from here, the 13 world. 1 and 8, 1 and 8 is the R letter. The A letter is 1. The R letter is 18. The E letter is 5. This is 21, and this is 12. So when you come to 1221, you get these numbers over here. When you get the magic one over here, 1 and 8, you get these over here. It says Ar Ruel. It means like a country street, a country barn, right? Like I showed you in that last picture, you can almost say I'm building the barn, right? Over here, I'm not sure what I'm doing. If the cross was in the center, and the two men, the two thieves are on the other end, guarding the balance of the Christ. The Christ is the balance of the two thieves. Right? So now what we do, we go to Earth. Earth is 25. Earth is 52. 25 marks for 1 quarter. If you have to mark a quarter, you can mark quarters many ways. You can put a 4 here if you want. This is a quarter, 25%. Every way you can make 25%. Okay? 25%. 10 is 25% of 40. Well, that's back to 1 and 4. 20 is 25% of 80, and that's 2 and 8. That's the cycle of the moon. 7, 10, and 13. 2, 1. 5 and 5 is 10. 1, 2, 1, 2. This becomes 5. This becomes 5. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2. 1 times 5, 1 plus 2 equals 55. 5 times 5, 5 plus 5 is 10, and 25 equals to 35. The quarter and the dime. The running of time of 2 cylinders. I have it somewhere here. I hope I can bring it back up in this video. So when we finish this over here, okay, when we finish this over here, this one over here becomes 8558, or the same 20, or the same 10. 10, 20, 10, 1, 2, 1, 11, 11, 1, 21 in the center world. In the last world, we have 28 to cycle and 82. 8 and 5 is 13. 8 and 5 is 13. 5 minus 1 is 4. 5 minus 1 is 4. 2, 8, 8, 2. 21, 12. 21, 12 in Earth. 25, 6, 25 of the Mayan count. Here we end up with 7. I'm going to see if I have the right number over here. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. Where is this 4 coming from? Oh, yes. 2 and 2 is 4. 5 and 5 is 1. 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 1 and 1 is 2. 7 and 2 come together. And 8 and 1 come together. Because you minus 6. Okay, so now let me show you this. Let me show you this. 2 has 7 voids and 1 has 8 voids. And this is how they come together. It's obligations. So now you have 4, 1, 9 because they come together. And here you have 4, 1, 2. Or 4, 1, 9 again. This one here, okay, you have to make your 13. It's an 8. It's an 8. I think I put it down here somewhere. I'm not sure. 8 and 5 is 13. 8 and 5 is 13. 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. So you have 4, 1, 7, or you have 4, 1, 2, which says bad. 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. This is 20 is 2. It's 3, 2, 7. 7, 2, 3. Creation of BC. That's where these numbers come in. I know it's very confusing. I mean, it's 13 minutes and I'm just about all the way through it. Now I'm putting the numbers together reversed. This becomes 1 and 1, 4, 1, 1, 4, Grover Cleveland, 4, 2, 4, 9 lives of the cat hanging on the pole. I'm trying to see what else there is. When you add up these numbers, it becomes 636. If you add them up again to a single digit, 2, 2, 2 becomes 6. 5 and 8 is 13, 14, 15, 1 and 5 is 6, 2, 2, 2 equals 6, 666 Earth. If you add them together as a total, you get 756, the gateway to the E world of man. 56 is the red sun, 6 by 5 is 30 creation, 6 and 5 is 11 the Christ, because it's the pin that puts everything together. 7 is made up of 3, 1, 3. 5 is made up of 4 and 1 and 3 and 2, and 6 is made up of 1 and 5, 2 and 4, 3 and 3. Here's the one cycle of the moon, 4, 1, 7. In the top part over here in the Mars area, it becomes 3, 1, 3, altered current of DC. Altered current DC, 3 and 4. I'm trying to see over here, right here. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals 3 and 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 plus 4 is 7. Artificial intelligence. Everything over here shows that Mars has created artificial intelligence. Raphael, we are way behind the times. Thank you for watching this short video.